So, as you guys hopefully are already aware, Bernie Sanders has won the Nevada caucus in a stunningly strong fashion, okay, running away with the election. And so other candidates are getting kind of desperate, that being Pete Buttigieg. And as we are all aware, Pete Buttigieg has no chance of winning outside of Iowa and New Hampshire because all of his support is amongst moderate white people. And there are a lot of moderate white people in Iowa and New Hampshire, but there isn't that much in other states. Other states are more diverse. And even beyond that, it seems like even amongst white folks, he doesn't seem to be all that popular because he's not even winning with white folks in these other states. So Bernie Sanders won with white folks in Nevada. So, it doesn't even seem that he's very, attractive to white people in other states. It seemed to be just Iowa and New Hampshire. And so he's a rat-faced dude. He's getting real desperate. So he's going to go on a diatribe against Bernie Sanders here. Check this out.
Bright future lies before us, but it is far from certain. It will come only if we get this nomination right. And so we are moving on from the battle-born state with a battle on our hands. I congratulate my competitors on a vigorous campaign here in Nevada. And I congratulate Senator Sanders on a strong showing today, knowing that we celebrate many of the same ideals. But before we rush to nominate Senator Sanders in our one shot to take on this president, let us take a sober look at what is at stake for our party, for our values, and for those with the most to lose. There is so much on the line. And one thing we know for sure is that we absolutely must defeat Donald Trump and everything that he represents in November. This is important. We share these ideals, but I believe the best way to defeat Donald Trump and deliver for the American people is to broaden and galvanize the majority that supports us on the critical issues. Senator Sanders believes in an inflexible, ideological revolution that leaves out most Democrats, not to mention most Americans. I believe we can defeat Trump and deliver for the American people by empowering the American people to make their own health care choices with Medicare for all who want it.
Okay, so that was utterly embarrassing on multiple counts. So basically, the Pete Buttigieg campaign, it's over, it's donezo. They're not going to do anything outside of Iowa and New Hampshire, and so they're desperate, right? They're super desperate. And so he's wrong there on every single point. He talks about galvanizing the majority. Dude, Bernie Sanders is the one who's going to galvanize the majority. Literally 37% of the people who caucused for Bernie Sanders were new, and that was by far and away from every other candidate the highest of new people who had came to caucus. They had never caucused before in their life. He's going to galvanize young people like myself and others. He's going to galvanize people in general because he gives them something to vote for. No one's going to be excited by mealy-mouthed centrism. And then the key fault that he has there is when he claims that he has this inflexible ideological, movement or whatever that's not popular amongst the people, because that's dead wrong. When you go issue by issue, people agree with Bernie Sanders on corruption, whether it comes to Medicare for all. As you saw, dude, in the exit polls, or the entrance polls, I guess is what it was in Nevada, the majority were like, yeah, we support abolishing private insurance and instating Medicare for all. Same thing happened in New Hampshire. And so, no, it's actually turning out that, no, people do support these. And, polls have been coming out about Medicare for all like that for a while. So when you go issue by issue, people actually agree. And that's where you're wrong. That's where your numbers are wrong. Your analysis is at fault. And that's why he doesn't bring up any statistics whatsoever. And so, the entrance poll, the Dem primary in Nevada just had it at like 60+% or something like that. And so this is pretty well known, of course. And so that's where he's wrong. Bernie Sanders' platform is extremely, extremely popular amongst the American people, and that's why he's going to win. That's why he's going to be the one to galvanize the majority. Bernie Sanders is going to be the one to galvanize the majority. Not Pete Buttigieg. He is not going to be the one to galvanize the majority at all. And when he talks about how the whole choice thing. So the choice thing is actually a libertarian talking point, but also it's literally a health insurance, private health insurance company talking point. A guy who worked at a private health insurance company came out, and on Twitter he wrote a detailed thread of how they did this like bogus choice talking point that they latched onto. And so basically, there is no choice when it comes to healthcare because if your job is tethered to your health insurance, there is no choice in that. If you lose the job or the job isn't there, or they can even pull it from you, they can literally just strike. They can literally just strip it from you and take it, like like GM did to their striking workers. And then doctors, you can't you can't get doctors who are out of network. So there is no real choice involved in any of this stuff, and it's literally a talking point. And the guy's a weasel rat simultaneously, and he's seriously making the argument when every single poll that comes out has Pete Buttigieg losing to Donald Trump or beating him at the very least of margins. He claims that he's the best person to defeat Donald Trump. This guy's a rat-faced loser, and I can't wait till he's dropped out. He won't make it past after Super Tuesday. He's done, but he's already done. But I think after Super Tuesday, he's going to be forced to drop out. But Pete Buttigieg, amongst other candidates, getting real desperate out here.